About a year or two ago, some kind stranger over on Reddit donated to me about 80 assassin snails when he had heard about my troubles with trying to keep the population of Malaysian trumpet snails in my fish tank down. Well, I still have a bunch of assassin snails, but let's face it, the Malaysian trumpet snails just outbreed them, and I've never really truly gotten rid of the problem. So now I'm going to be doubling down on my efforts to try and make sure I can keep the Malaysian trumpet snail population in check. Got a bunch of my assassin snails here, and I've got a piece of Hikari bloodworm. Well, frozen bloodworms. Comes in that sheet. And I've read that these assassin snails love bloodworms. So I figured, you know what, if I can get them fed well, because they do have a preference on what they like to eat. Certain snails they'll just devour so much faster than others. Malaysian trumpet snails really aren't their favorite pick. So my idea is that maybe if I feed them really well with some nice, easily eatable, easily digestible food, they will feel more up to the task of reproduction. And perhaps I can get a larger population of assassin snails to combat the ever-growing and fluctuating population of Malaysian trumpet snails, because there's a lot of empty shell carcasses, but there's a ton of these little guys just going around. Like, I gathered them up, a good amount of them, and put them in this little breeder net. And I put some assassin snails in this breeder net with them, and it's been many months, and they still haven't eaten all the Malaysian trumpet snails. I was really hoping that they would by this point. Unfortunately, that does not appear to be the case. So, the only real good thing I could think of to do to get rid of Malaysian trumpet snails is just get more assassin snails, or make more assassin snails in this case. I think they smell the bloodworms. I mean, there's activity going on. We'll have to check in at a later point and see how well they've eaten these. Because, you know, I don't think I've ever met a fish or a crayfish or really anything that has looked at a bloodworm and said, I'm not going to eat that, because they almost always certainly do. These guys love a high-protein diet, so this should be like a high-end buffet. Hopefully that'll get them in the mood.